What's up, everybody? Check volume here. What's up, everybody? Welcome to my kitchen. I'm Chef Roilty. We're here with Grassroots today to bring you an awesome time and experience. Hopefully you're having a great 420 already. Smoking up, you know. We're gonna light one here too. We already got our cheese shredded and stuff. If you got the ingredients list and you're gonna follow along at home, awesome. We have our cheese shredded. We have our beans drained. So we have our cheese shredded. We mixed the pepper jack and a lot of the cheddar cheese together, and we saved 4 ounces of the sharp cheddar that I said to keep separate, and this one's separated for our sauce. So this is gonna be for our topping and for our sauce. We're gonna have 2 different types of cheese today. 2 different styles of cheese melted. We're gonna have some jalapeno peppers. We have some pickled jalapeno peppers here and some fresh ones. And then we have some flour here. We have 2 tablespoons of flour, a bunch of seasonings. We're gonna season our steak with. We're gonna do steak nachos over here today. A couple tomatoes, fresh jalapeno, some butter, some fresh herbs and stuff for my steak, and some onion too. So we're just gonna hang out, make some nachos, smoke out, have a good time. Welcome, welcome. Shout out to Grassroots California for having us. I forgot to share it on the thing, but there's 40% off, right? Believe it. Share it in the chat, please. My apologies on that. It's at Grassroots. Grassroots Apparel at grassroots.com. Shout out Johnny Cretella with the dabber eye. All right, so first thing you want to do is get your steak ready. Or your chicken, or anything else you want to do. You could use ground beef, anything of that nature could be used in place of the steak. 30% off. All merch is 30% off at Grassroots California right now. That's a steal. I might have to put my robe on before the end of the day. Happy 420, everybody. Do you want to hit this? Smoking some papaya. All right, so the steak. Let's go ahead and season this bad boy up here. We're gonna put some pepper, some salt. We're gonna put a little bit of some like taco style seasonings on it. We're gonna use a little chili pepper and some powdered garlic as well. Some salt, obviously. Chili powder. Give a little extra special flavor today. Who? Moik wants to hit it? Yeah, that's what's up. My man. Same thing on both sides. You're gonna season both sides of the steak. In the background here, I'm gonna go ahead and heat my pan. As you can see, we got our setup here. We're gonna do our cheese sauce in this pan, and we're gonna cook our steak right here. I got my oven set to 350 degrees right now. Putting the stove onto a medium high heat. So we're making steak nachos today. Anybody just joining us possibly? We're gonna do some garlic salt, or some garlic powder that was, some pepper, ground pepper, some salt here, and a little bit of chili powder is what we're seasoning our steak with right now. Some cheesy nachos today. And we're gonna infuse the cheese. So if you made the infused butter, if you have infused butter or infused olive oil, you can infuse the cheese. We're gonna infuse it with both so you can see how we're doing it, all right? So move the steak over by the pan for now. I'm heating the pan up, getting it pretty hot. I just turn the heat up a tiny bit. What's everybody smoking on? Yo, hit me up in the chat. Plamp as fuck, I love that. We're plamping out here, yo. Heavy on the plamps. So we're gonna cut up some tomato today. We wanna cut up tomato for two different things. We're gonna use some tomato for the cheese sauce that I'm gonna make, the queso sauce, and for toppings. So let's go ahead and. They wanna know what kind of cut of steak we're using? I believe that was a New York strip, right? Yeah, they wanna know. It was a strip we got. So I like to cut it diagonally like this, right? And then horizontally. Right? So it's like, I got the cut cam right here a little bit. Should we get it big? Oop. So by doing that, look, it's already pre-diced for us. What's that? I will in a minute. So I got that in nice cubes here. That's perfect for both things. We're gonna do that again. All right, perfect. So let's see, we want tomatoes for toppings. I think we're gonna save all this for the toppings. So let me go ahead and put this in a bowl. I need another bigger one. I'm gonna use this bigger one. So we're just cutting up tomatoes for our cheese sauce and for our topping. For our cheese sauce, we don't need this much tomato. So I do want this much tomato probably for my sauce possibly. So I'm gonna go ahead and store this on the side. And then we're gonna go ahead and cut up one more tomato, just half of it though this time. So I'm just gonna cut up half of this tomato this time. So I'm gonna go down diagonal, diagonal. Vertical again, then horizontal. Be careful not to cut yourself, obviously. You do want a sharp knife. Mine needs to be sharpened a little bit, but it's doing its thing. So this will be for our cheese sauce. Now we don't have to use all that if we don't want to. We're gonna decide when the time comes how much exactly we want to use. But I'm making a queso cheese sauce that we're gonna put on top of this today, and we want to use that. We want to use that for this. All right, so let's go ahead and put this other tomato inside another bowl. We had some bowls here. So we'll just save this here on the side for a second. I'm also gonna cut up some jalapeno for this real quick. By now our pan for our steak is nice and warm, so let's go ahead and check that out. We're gonna cook that steak. Smoking hot, perfect. I'm gonna remove it from the heat for a second here. What kind of oil do you put in here, by the way? You put my oil in here, the one I like? All right, cool. All right, super hot right now. We kind of like that a little bit though. We're gonna go ahead and see what's up. Perfect. So right now, if you have your steak goes in the pan now. If you're doing chicken, same thing. We're gonna go ahead and just cook our meat now, or our protein now if we're using it. If you're just doing vegetables or mushrooms, now you wanna cook the mushrooms too. Same situation. All right, so we're just checking on the steak here. Gonna let it hang out for a second. This is out. No big deal though. I'm gonna take a dab in a second. All right, so we got some garlic. You can put it back out if you want. I mean, you know what? I think it's that weed. Need to dry it out a little bit. All right, we got some rosemary, some garlic, and some butter. Yeah, I want to use some butter too for this. We're gonna baste our steak. So we're gonna add these different flavors, and you don't have to do this part, but this adds a lot of flavor, and I just want to show you guys some extra techniques and stuff like that too. So why not, right? So let's go ahead and check this out. You got a tongue for me, possibly, you know about? No, I got this, but it's fine. So we just want to sear the steak on both sides, get it nice and beautiful, and then we can finish it off in the oven if we want to our liking. These nachos, we're actually going to finish them off in the oven. We're going to put all our cheese and our cheese sauce on it, and then we're going to throw them in the oven for like 15-20 minutes. Make sure all the cheese gets super melty and delicious, and you get that cheese pull when you pull the nachos off and all that. So we want to make sure that happens. So we're going to toss it in the oven like at 300 degrees for like 20 minutes, by the way. It's just to give you kind of a heads up of what's going on today. Sound good? I hope so. All right, checking on our steak. So that's looking beautiful right there. You can see the chili powder charred onto it right there. We're gonna go ahead and toss our rosemary right in the pan. Butter, garlic. Let's go ahead. Did I do it? No, I didn't do it. Okay. All right, cool. Turn this down a little bit. Need a big spoon. Want to help me find a big spoon? Yeah, you're just in the back. All right, cool. Steak's looking good. Want that butter to melt in here real quick. We're gonna baste this with this butter. You can see I'm spinning around a little bit. The reason I'm doing that is because I can see it's very hot, and my butter is turning brown a little bit, which is good. That's delicious, but I don't want to overdo it. So now, you want to take this. And you just want to splash some of that butter and oil and garlic flavor and rosemary flavor all over our steak today. It's going to make our nachos extra special, which is what we want. Smells delicious over where we are. Check that out. Can you see that in there? Oh yeah, right? All right, beautiful. So the steak's chilling. We're gonna go ahead and baste it a couple more quick times. Who said that? Said it looks good? Beautiful. All right, check it out. Here we go. All right, toss her in the oven for a second. We're gonna need to pull that down, by the way. All right. Steaks in the oven. Let that sit for a couple minutes, not too long. You know, we are pretty high today, so we are going to use our timer today. We're just going to do 3 minutes. So what we're going to do is, like I said, we're going to put this back in the oven for a little bit, so I don't want to overcook the steak. I do like my steak on the medium rare side, personally. You can go longer, obviously. Yeah, you can go longer. Do 5 minutes if you want, like medium, depending on the thickness of your steak, obviously. Our steak was about an inch thick, maybe a little bit thicker, an inch and a quarter possibly, but I'd say that's about it. All right, sweet deal. Let's get to this jalapeno real quick. I'm gonna put some gloves on, messing with the jalapeno. Of course, I just wet my hands, so my gloves will be a pain in the butt. Yeah, it's always fun. Five minutes till 4:20 on the East Coast. 5 minutes till 4:20 East Coast. That means we're gonna cut up this jalapeno. We're gonna take a dab with the East Coasters. We're gonna be here with you guys for East Coast 420 and Central Coast 420. That's our plan today. We're hang out and knock out 2 of these with you guys. All right, so the jalapeno. Sorry, let me see here. So you can use the seeds or not use the seeds. We're going no seeds today. The seeds obviously add a little bit more spice, by the way. You can just cut all that white part out if you want, which is what I like to do. All right, and then at that point, now we're gonna cut these. This is the best jalapeno I could find right now. Sorry about that, guys. It's trying times. All right, we're just gonna cut in strips, and then down the side here. And you can make them as big as or as little as you want them, obviously. All right. There's our jalapeno. How much do we want to add? Let's see here. We got our tomatoes, right? So we want to put. You want to look at it and you want to, have an equal part or have semi-equal, depending on how spicy you like your food. We like a pretty good spice here. Yeah, in the background. Yeah, I like my spice. Hey everybody, by the way, I'm Chef Roilty. Happy 420. We're a couple minutes away from celebrating 420 on the East Coast. 3 minutes away, I'm being told right now. So you can see we got our jalapeno and tomato here. We're going to make a cheese sauce for our nachos today. We're making nachos, 420 nachos. Our timer's going off in the background. So we're going to go ahead and grab the steak out. All right. Timer's coming handy, right? All right, so let's turn this oven down a little bit here. Let's go to 300 now, because we just want it hot enough to melt the cheese later on. So now the steak, I want to put it somewhere to rest. So I have this cutting board over here. So I'm going to take the steak, I'm going to put it right on this cutting board for now. But you can see, look at that beautiful steak there. A couple roasted garlics, I'm sure we'll use for something, right? We're going to use those. And if you want, you can take a little bit of that sauce, or not that sauce, but that oil and butter, and that flavored oil and butter, and just pour it right on top of that. Do you have somewhere I can put this? Can you put somewhere that I can put this for right now, just so it's not in my shot? That's hot for that. Word. Okay, cool. Sweet. All right, so how long? What are we looking at? What time is it? 2:19. All right, we're gonna get our dab rig ready. Check that out, though. All right, everybody, it's about to be 4:20 on the East Coast. I don't care if you're on the East Coast or not. Let's celebrate with the East Coasters, right? So I got my dab rig ready. We're going to take a dab with East Coast. We're going to take a dab with y'all. Happy 420, everybody. Later on today, they're going to have Aaron Brooks live session with you guys. And then Matt Robertson, too, doing glass blowing. So that's going to be super awesome. You guys should definitely stay tuned. Check that out. No better place to spend your 420 today. Thanks for joining us, by the way. I'm Chef Roilty. Check us out. All our tags are on the bottom right there. Happy 420, guys. Shout out to Grassroots for having us on. Happy 420, Grassroots. We're happy to be a part of this with you guys today. 420 right now. Let's go. Where's the turpometer? This is the official first 420 on the American soil, right?
It's 420 on, 420.
It's not hot enough yet, though. Yeah, I'm excited to check out the Aaron Brooks stream. Be stoked to see him if he's painting something or something. That'd be awesome. What's that? No, it's next. I think he's going to be on for 4:20 Mountain Time. All right, let's get a dab here. Happy 4:20, everybody, and then we're going to get right back into the swing of things. It's a beautiful day outside here in Colorado. That's where we are, guys. Where you guys at? Shout us out in the chat. Want to know where everybody's at. All right, so the steak is looking beautiful. There's a bone on there. My dog's already like, yo, what's up? What's up with that bone? You gonna eat the bone? All right, so let's recap where we've got done so far. By the way, we're making 420 nachos. That's what we're doing. We have 2 different bowls of cheese here. One of them has more than enough cheese to make our cheese sauce. By the way, that's more than I need to use. And then we have more cheese to top all the nachos with. We're going to do 3 layers of nachos. That's my plan, at least. We got flour and butter. This is for our next step, actually. We're going to make cheese sauce next. We've already got our steak prepared. We're going to do steak nachos today. We got these tomatoes, these jalapenos, and this onion that I still have to cut that we're going to use for toppings. And then we're going to use these jalapenos and tomatoes for our queso dip cheese sauce that we're going to infuse with our infused butter and also our infused oil to show you guys that you can use whatever you want, okay? And we have some beans too. We're gonna put some we got some black beans that we're gonna use on ours as well. Cheers to everybody. We got some infused oil right here. I call this the death sauce. This is 420 special right here. Super, super strong. We don't even know how strong it is, but that's a whole nother story, right? All right, so let's go ahead and we'll get the onion cut afterwards. The next thing we're going to do is make this cheese sauce, and then we're going to get the nachos all built up and ready to go in the oven. And then I'm also going to make a quick guacamole to go on top of the nachos. And we got some sour cream too, right? And we got some sour cream. We're going to sour cream and guacamole on top. All right, so cheese sauce. Let's do the cheese sauce. What's that? What cheeses are we using? We've got a pepper jack and a medium cheddar that we're using for the, for the sauce we're using sharp cheddar. But we have medium cheddar and pepper jack for the layering, correct. So the first thing you want to do is warm this pan up a little bit. We're just going to warm that pan up a tiny bit back there. Oh yeah, these are going to be some delicious nachos. What's up? We're in Denver, Colorado right now. Welcome, welcome. My name's Chef Roilty. I'm an award-winning extract artist and cannabis chef. We're here today making some infused nachos, and we're going to have a really good time doing it. We already are. So right now we're just heating up our pan back here. We're going to do a roux. We're going to do a base roux sauce. We also have some milk we're using. I got a 1.5 cups of milk back here. It's on the screen there. Boom, 1.5 cups of milk. So we're going to start this roux. Just waiting on this to heat up a tiny bit. You can go ahead and toss your butter in there at this point. We have 2 tablespoons of butter here. New York in the house. Shout out New York. My wife's from Yonkers. Yonkers in the house. I'm originally from South Florida, by the way. South Florida. East Coast in the house. 420 East Coast. Happy 420 to you, buddy. All right, so our butter's melting down here. Let's go ahead and get this on the big screen. So 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 tablespoons of flour. All right, and that's going to be the base. And then we're going to mix it together. When I'm going to show you how to do it with our 1.5 cups of milk. Manhattan, nice. That's what's up. 1.5 cups of milk, like I said. So we're just waiting on this butter to melt. You kind of want to make sure the butter's melted before you toss in your flour. General rule of thumb. In the meantime, Upper East Side's where we usually stay. That's correct. We'll get this. What bowl should I make my guac in? We don't need a ton of guac today. We need a ton of guac. We need a ton. We need a metric ton of guac. All right, the butter's starting to bubble up here. It's perfect. You want to use a wooden spatula when you do this. And this is the base of a lot of sauces. So knowing this technique is actually very, very useful and something great to practice, okay? So we got our butter melted. We're going to toss our flour right in there. You're going to mix that up. It's going to start to clump up. You're going to see me remove this from the heat a few times just so I could be in total control of it. That's all. Because I do have my heat pretty high because I like things to happen quickly when we're on camera especially. I don't want you guys watching the pot boil. You know what I mean? That's no fun ever, right? All right, so you want to cook this in here for a second, not too long, just till it starts like bubbling a little bit. You can let it go longer. It'll just darken up and build up a more robust flavor and things of that nature. We don't need to do all that today. Today we're just going to keep it light. It's just a cheese sauce. We don't really want to have too much flavor from this roux part of it. So the trick to this is being able to get in the corners, okay? Using a wooden spatula that you can get in the corners with. That's the trick. And I'm going to show you why right now in a second here. Let's get this a little bit hotter. Uno more momento. We're getting close though. We almost made our own chips, but we went with the big bag of Tostitos today. Let's try to keep it simple. I don't want to make things too crazy for you guys especially. All right, so this is looking good here. Okay, so at this point now, we're going to add a little bit of our milk, all right? Not too much at a time, just a little bit at a time. And then the trick is to mix it all together and then add more and mix it all together and then add more. So you want it to mix until it's all one texture and then add more. You don't want to add more until it's all mixed together and all one texture. And that's very important because otherwise it's going to get clumpy on you. Your sauce will be clumpy. You don't want clumps in your sauce. So in order to keep it smooth, you're going to use this technique that I'm showing you here. So you can see it's slowly mixing together here, and then after a second, it'll all be mixed perfectly, and then I'll go ahead and add more milk. And after a couple times, you can start adding more and more at a time, obviously, because it'll start becoming more of it and easier to work with. You'll notice if you try this once or twice. They're asking who's high as fuck is home, or they're telling us they're high as fuck? I'm high as fuck, I know that. Welcome to the high as fuck club. Look at that. That's a beauty right there. Can we see that on the camera there? Yeah, so you see how it's all one texture? We're gonna add more liquid to it. Same thing. Until you get all the milk inside of it, okay? And this will be the base of a bechamel sauce if you want to get technical. Oh, we're gonna make a mess, of course. It's 4:20. We're high. You should be high too. That's why you're here, right? When are we going to infuse this, you might be asking? Very soon. Don't worry. Veronica, do you mind grabbing the infused butter for me so I can use some of that too? So make sure you mix it all together before adding more here. This is an important part right here because it's very easy to want to add more right now and be like, oh, it's ready, you know. But there's definitely some clumps in there. You can see a little bit of some bumpy spots. You want to make sure you just get it all mixed together because now it's getting to a nice creamy thick sauce, right? So this is what we want. As soon as it's all mixed together, looking good right here. This is going to be delicious. I'm excited. You excited, Veronica? We're excited. What's the question? Cannabinoid oil?
Yes, is cannabinoid oil a thing? Cannabis oil.
I mean, cannabis oil is in the form of concentrate is definitely a thing. Cannabis oil, like in the form that we've made today, we have olive oil that's cannabis oil if you want to. I'm not sure how technical we're getting on this question, but I'd love to answer it. Did I get it good? Hash oil is a form of cannabis oil. It's concentrated cannabinoids. And we've used distillate, which is an even further process from that. And that's what we've used to make these products that you have here that we're using today. Or actually, no, the butter we used flour, didn't we?
Yes, we did. We extracted the cannabinoids.
Yeah, we extracted the cannabinoids. We used flours for the butter that we're using today, actually. All right, so that's all mixed together again. Last time here. I love splashing my milk. Here we go, last time.
What are you making?
What are we making? We're making 420 nachos. I lied. There's one more time, by the way. We're making 420 nachos, and we're calling them 420 nachos because it's 420. We're making a big plate of nachos that I'd want to eat on 420. What's in the pot? The pot has flour, milk, and butter. It's a bechamel sauce. We did flour and butter first, made a roux, and now we're adding the milk. And you can see we have a thick sauce here, and we're going to melt our cheese inside this sauce. We're using sharp cheddar cheese. We're going to put about 4 to 6 ounces of sharp cheddar cheese inside this right now. And then we're going to mix in these beautiful tomatoes and jalapenos into the sauce. And we're going to use 2 different types of cheese today. We're going to do the sauce cheese, and we're also going to use a whole ton of shredded cheese as well.
That sounds so good. Don't make me jealous.
And we're infusing that sucker today with some of our infused olive oil and some infused butter, just to show you that you can do both. You know, that's why we're doing both. We want to show it that it can be done. There's no stopping us in the kitchen today. There is no stopping us. We're getting high for you guys today. We're gonna eat a shit ton of weed for my friends on the internet. Let's do it. How's everyone doing, by the way? How's your 420? Let me ask that. If you're out there, hope you're having a good 420. We're definitely having a good 420. We've been smoking all day, chilling out, vibing. Veronica's lighting up another joint now. If we can get this one to stay lit. I'm about to roll up some different weed. Here we go. She can cook too. Lucky me. You know what I mean? She's a beautiful Puerto Rican. Can definitely throw down in the kitchen. You know, I take a lot of time off, and she cooks. So you want to bring this up to temperature a little bit here? We want to bring it up till it starts bubbling a tiny bit, okay? Once it starts bubbling a tiny bit, showing us that it's thickened up and stuff like that. You don't want to put it too high where it starts evaporating crazy, but enough to where it starts bubbling a little bit, like I'm about to show you. And then you're going to melt the cheese inside at that point. We're going to turn the heat down and melt the cheese in. So while we're waiting on that to happen, I'm just going to smoke a tiny bit with you. We're just waiting on the cheese here. As soon as that's done, we can build our nachos and throw them in the oven for 20 minutes. What time is it? 2:33 on our time. So we got another hour. We're going to be with you guys, so it's perfect timing. We're looking good. We're going to hang out, and we're going to stick around for the Central Time 420 and spark up one more time, make sure everybody's feeling real good. Anybody who's just joining us, by the way, I'm Chef Roilty, award-winning extract artist and cannabis chef. Happy 420. Thank you, Grassroots, for having us. After me, Aaron Brooks is going to be here, and also Matt Robertson. It's a great day, 420, all day, all month, all year. Let's go. I'm going to turn up my heat a little bit just so I can get it happening faster, so I can get things rolling over here so we can get to these fucking infused nachos already.
That's why I didn't want to eat a big breakfast.
Oh man, our breakfast was good though.
It was very good.
All right, so this is looking like it's getting to a good place. I can see the steam coming off the top of it. That's how I know. So at this point here, we're just gonna start tossing in cheese a little bit at a time, okay? And we're using a sharp cheddar right here for this sauce today. Now this is freshly grated cheese, okay? I grate my own cheese. If you don't grate your own cheese, you're gonna get a lot of stuff that's for processed and make it so it doesn't stick together and clump up and preservatives. So to avoid that, grate your own cheese and it's gonna melt better. If you try to melt pre-grated cheese, you're not gonna have a great experience most of the time. I'm not gonna say you're never gonna have a good experience, but I'm gonna say 85% of the time. How about that? Pretty good timing. Let's finish off this cheese sauce real quick here. So you're gonna make sure the cheese melts before you start adding more cheese. Usually is the way you want to do it. We're gonna use a whisk in this pan today. All right. Just gonna bring this cheese sauce together real nice. I'm excited. I love cheese sauce. Who doesn't love a good cheese sauce? When I was thinking about what to make for 420, I thought this was like the perfect thing. I was like, this is easy to make. Anybody wants to follow along, something easy they can reproduce, and easy to infuse too. And in a good way to show you how to make a good cheese sauce as well, which you can use for a number of things.
Mac and cheese.
Like mac and cheese. It's a good mac and cheese base, damn right. Just boil up some noodles and throw it in this sauce right now. Well, that won't be a bad time, will it? So you can see how it's all looking real nice right now and all the same. So now we're gonna add a little more cheese. Like I said, I got this is a sharp cheddar we're using right now. How's that looking on there? Can you see it? Oh yeah, you can see it. It's a cheesy time. So I did about. We're looking at the thickness right now, where we want to go exactly. I did grind up about 8 ounces of cheese. I always say you can never have too much cheese, so. Me and my wife were debating the amount of cheese to use today. We're like, this is a lot of cheese. And we're like, we're gonna make these cheesy nachos though. It's gonna be super delicious. All right, look at that. All right, hold on. Let me pull this up on the camera so you can really get a look at her. But it's looking like a nice queso cheese, right? It looks good on the camera. Should we do a little more cheese? What do they say? Did they say yes? Cheese, we agree, somebody said? All right, we'll take it. We'll take it. I heard it in my head. Heard it in my head. All right, here we go. Beautiful. All right, so now at this point, we can add this delicious mix of tomato and jalapeno. You can add as much as you want to it. We're going to add it all. All the cheese, fine. It's a live show. Here we go. Look at that, though. Is that looking good on the camera? Because it's looking good in my face right now. It smells so delicious over here. Shout out Ghost 1069X. Shout out. My man. All right, so I'm going to leave this on low heat for a minute here. Let me see how thick it is real quick. Might want to thicken it up a tiny bit. Let me just double check it. Let me see. Oh, there's no spoon handy. We'll use a knife. All right, so it's delicious. It's a little thin. I'm going to turn it up a tiny bit and reduce it a little bit here. I'm also going to add a little bit of salt to it. I think it needs a little bit of salt personally. Yeah, it is good. It's thin, but it's good because it's thin because it's going to go on the melted cheese and help melt the cheese. So I think it's going to be perfect actually. Also it's hot. Once it thins out a little bit, once it cools down a little bit, it's also going to start to thicken a little bit. So that's one thing to remember also. So now let's infuse the sauce. Okay, so let me go back to the stovetop one more time. Oh, before I do that though, let's go ahead and get the spoon cam out. Boom, boom. Check it out. So this is our infused butter that we made earlier this week. And you can learn how to do this. I have I offer a class on how to make this, by the way. Chef Roilty, check us out. But this is some infused butter that we made with some flowers. So how much do you want to put in it today, Veronica? What are you feeling? What are you guys feeling? What should we do? We're not gonna go insane, but let's at least put a good amount. We're gonna do like 200. She says, "Whoa." We're fine though. It's not. People are laughing. They're like, "Yeah, 200 ain't nothing." Yeah, it's the middle of the day though. 200 milligrams. Let's go. And we're gonna put a little bit of the oil in there too, though. So, I'm gonna put a little bit of this death sauce oil. Is that all right? You all right? You're not gonna eat the whole nachos anyways. All right, so check it out. You take it off the heat. Off the heat, very important. Butter in. We're also gonna put a little bit of olive oil in there too. We're not gonna put much of the olive oil, but I'm just showing you that you can do it at this point, okay? And this is what we're gonna do. So now, you're gonna see it wants to, as it's melting, you see how it's separating here? You can see the butter separating inside. You wanna make sure you're mixing it as it's melting. And it's off the heat at this time, by the way. You always wanna be off the heat during this process. There's the butter, you see it? So this is our infused cheese sauce now. We can pour it all over our nachos. We can dip chips in it. We can store it in the fridge and save it for later. There's a lot of different things we can do with this delicious cheese sauce. You can put noodles in it and make it into a mac and cheese. You could drink it, Veronica says. Shout out to drinking it. So we're just gonna make sure we mix it until all the butter's melted. She's like, are you gonna yell at me? All right, so that's looking good. So that's our infused cheese sauce, guys. Hope that looked really cool for you and looks delicious, because we're excited to eat it. So let's go ahead and get started here now. Let's move this infused butter out of the way. Smoke break. Yeah, let me cut this onion and then we'll smoke break real quick right before we plate it. Booyah. Cut the onion real fast. Let's go ahead and spoon cam it. Welcome to the spoon cam. It's called the spoon cam because it's attached to a spoon. We're going to cut this in half actually again. So when you cut an onion, it's always good to leave the butt in, not cut too much, because that's actually going to make you it's going to make you start crying, right? So that's the reason. You don't want to cut that. Enzymes will start getting released. So when we cut our onion, we do the same thing. We go down it. Or actually today, yeah, we want it like this. Perfect. All right, and then our onion, we have a little bit of white onion here to top our nachos with today. Perfect. You think that's good, or should I cut up a little more? I think that'll be fine. We got 3 layers though. Not a huge raw onion guy, but we'll cut up a little more. Put on some on top too. All right, so, oops. If we have some extra for dinner, no big deal. There we go, guys. So now we're gonna set this up. Let's put these nachos together. Steak's ready. We gotta cut the steak up real fast. So for the steak, we got this garlic I talked about. We're gonna use that for something. We like that. Just cut a piece off of this.
It said, smoke one before you cut the onion. Squinting makes you cry less. LOL.
Squinting makes you cry less?
Yeah. The smoke before. It also says chew bubble gum or something.
Chew bubble gum?
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
I could see that working.
I've also heard put it in the freezer also before you cut it.
So our steak, we're just gonna cut it into small pieces. Stuff that you could get on your nachos, I like, for me personally. Put some of that fat in there too. I like the fat, you know what I'm saying? There ain't much of it on this cut, that's why I chose this cut, but whatever we can get, right? That's looking good. Let's cut this other little piece. All right, so we got everything set up. We're gonna make our nachos on this plate today. Nice big plate. Once these go in the oven, we got 20 minutes in the oven, so there's plenty of time for the smoky smoke. Let me get this going here. Look at that. So nachos down, okay. One base of nachos first here. All right. Make sure we got enough for 3 nacho bases. Okay, so nachos. Then we want to do some, what are we going to do first here? Let's do some steak. Okay, and then we're going to go with our veggies. We're going to go with a little onion. We're doing 3 layers right now, I think. We're going to see. We're going to decide as we go. We're going to see how many we got. Some tomato. A little more steak in there. Booyah. We got these pickled jalapenos. Let's pull the, hold on, let me pull the, oh, you can see the plate. Is that good? Jalapenos. Some cheese. We got our shredded cheese here. Oh, some beans too. Don't forget the beans. You can do, yeah, you could obviously you can put anything you want on this. You know, I mean, this is just what we decided to do today. Good amount of shredded cheese on there. And then we're going to put our infused sauce all over this, okay? Cheers, anybody just joining us? Chef Roilty. Making some infused nachos right now. So here's our cheese sauce. It's infused cheese sauce we have here. Let me turn around so you can get a good view of it. Just gonna pour some of this infused queso dip all over the nachos. What's that? More nachos down. Gonna put more steak on top of this one again. I mean, this is definitely more than me and Veronica are gonna need, but it is what it is. Here we go. I wanted to make some big ass 420 nachos. You know what I mean? That's what we're doing. Something like, even though we're locked in our house, I still want to celebrate 420 the way. You know, I'll probably throw on some Cheech and Chong or something at some point today, or some sort of stoner movie. I think Half Baked is my favorite stoner movie. What's it? Anybody shout out your favorite stoner movie if you feel like it? I think Half Baked's my favorite. What about you? What would you say your favorite? You got one?
Stoner movie?
Stoner movie, or movie that they smoke weed in at least. At least a movie that they smoke weed in more than once.
Yeah, probably Half Baked.
Half Baked? Shout out Dave Chappelle, you know what I mean? The dude's a G.
Super Troopers.
Super Troopers, love Super Troopers. So these nachos are looking delicious already. And they're gonna go in the oven and make sure the cheese gets all melty, because otherwise the shredded cheese won't be melty, right? We wanna make sure the cheese gets all melty. And we're doing 2 different styles of cheese. So we got the shredded cheese. Let's make sure we put more cheese on this layer. I got a lot of cheese, so we're gonna put a lot.
Rob says Pineapple Express.
Pineapple Express. Shout out to Dayhab. Squad up. Pineapple Express is a great movie. Love Pineapple Express. All right. That's 2 layers. We're gonna try to go for a third, yo. We're gonna stack this sucker tall. 30 minutes till 4:20 on the in Central Time. This is an infused cheese sauce. We infused this sauce with both infused butter and infused oil. Oh yes. Check out the chat. Grassroots says they're going live with Rabbit from Super Troopers this week. That's going to be awesome. Make sure you check that out if you're a fan of Super Troopers.
We're stacking those high.
We're stacking our nachos high, I was just
Push it
told.
down a little bit.
Do me a favor. Do me a favor. Can you go ahead and look inside? I don't want to push it down because I want to crack them all. Go ahead in the oven and lower one of the racks for me.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
It's kind of like a volcano today. This is the biggest plate I had on hand, so this is the one I went with. I wanted a big ass plate. Look at this. We're gonna go crazy with it. These are gonna be fun nachos though. The layered portion of it is what really gives it that extra bling bling, right? Let's go. All right, here it is. That's it right there. I am gonna have to push it down a tiny bit in the center just so I can put toppings on it. The top one will just be mostly toppings and cheese.
Kind of like this kind of soft way to push it down. You don't have to put any more though.
Oh, I did put it soft. I did put it soft.
It's a big ass nacho.
It's a big ass nachos we're being told over here. We ain't mad about it. It's gonna be amazing also, we're hearing. Coco's already grabbing snacks off the ground. Coco's the pup. You always gotta have a pup or a cat or some sort of companion. All right, look at this beautiful thing here. Needs cheese. Needs cheese somehow. Oh no, there's cheese on the floor, Coco. You hear her crunching? She's getting some chips right now. All right, let's go ahead. This needs to get put on something else now because it's so massive. It's so massive that we need to put it on this sucker right here, okay? Shout out to Grassroots. This is for you guys. Look at this. I wish you could eat it with me. All right, we're going to put it on here. That way it doesn't get too crazy. Can we put something else under the oven just in case it melts on the sides here? Yeah, give me another one of these. I'll do it. I know what to do. I got an idea. Because this is going to get melty. We're going to get melty. Like I said, it's like a volcano. We're going to put that down like that, okay? Then we're going to hit it with our infused cheese sauce one more time. The last of the infused cheese sauce on top of the volcano Stony Mountain. Make sure we get it all. I mean, that's got the stuff in it, right? It's got the stuff. 420. We're about it. Dogs are about it. Let's go. Okay, so, I mean, that normally would be enough, you know what I mean? But we're going to hit it with the, we're going to do a couple more things to it. We're going to hit it with one more spray of the infused oil just for the hell of it on the top here. Oh my gosh, in the background. This is as dangerous oil too. We're going to watch all the movies you recommended, all right? So here we go. More cheese on top. We're going to watch Super Troopers. That's the decided one right here. All the cheese for Coco, correct. All right. Now, I mean, how's that looking on your end over there, guys? I think it's ridiculous. All right, we're going to go in the oven at 320 degrees for like 20, or 300 degrees, about 20 minutes. Make sure the cheese gets melty. I'm just going to set up something underneath it to catch it real quick. Let's go ahead and get a good look at this mother. It looks ridiculous. I know. Wait till it's done, though. It's going to look fantastic in a minute. Oh, we put more steak around the edges. Yes, yes. So these are the 420 nachos, guys. I hope you're having a good time celebrating at home. I know you just cleaned this, but it might make a little mess in here. Oh, and they're going in the oven for 20. We're going to set it up so it tries not to make a mess. We did our best. Here we go. All right, guys. Good times. Nachos are in the oven. Oh, yeah. So that's what's up. Thanks for hanging out with me so far. We're still chilling. We got 20 minutes in the oven, and then we're going to eat these nachos and have a good time, and happy 420 for everybody. Like I said, we're going to try and hang out until at least Central Time, 420, which is in how long?
About 24 minutes.
24 minutes, perfect. By the time the nachos come out of the oven, it's going to be about 4:20 Central Time. We'll smash the nachos, take a dab with you guys, and leave you to be and enjoy the next feed coming to you soon. If anybody made this at home or is going to make this at home, I don't know if this feed's recorded. I saw some of their others are, but if it is and you like what you see, you can always rewatch it, remake this. They're going to be delicious. I promise you that. Can I just give you this so it's out of here? Boom, the vanishing cutting board. How about that? So now we're just chilling. Hope everybody's having a stellar 420 so far. What was in here? What's everyone smoking on, by the way? Anything good? Any questions or anything, hit me up in the chat. Let me know, guys. I'm Chef Roilty. We're having a great time on 420, cooking with grassroots, making these infused nachos. I do a lot of this kind of stuff, cooking on here all the time. Check us out in our feed down below here. Our nachos just went in the oven, so we're hanging out, waiting on the nachos to finish real quick. We made the mountain 420 mountain of nachos, covered in cheese and infused cheese sauce and onions and jalapeno peppers and tomatoes, and it's like for 10 people, and there's only 2 of us here, but that's all right. Oh yeah, we're gonna smash up a guacamole. Let's do that real quick. Can't forget the guac. I don't know if there's room on it for the nachos. We'll throw a couple slabs on it. Put it on the side. All right, so let's go ahead and make some guac real quick. Guac talk.
What's the importance of pre-baking the flour for the can butter?
Of what?
Chef, what is the importance of pre-baking the flour in the can butter?
So decarbing. What's the importance of decarbing, pre-baking the flour? So the importance is you're turning all the THCA, which is non-psychoactive, will not get you high, into THC, which is psychoactive. So you want to make sure that you do that process so you fully activate it and get all your monies out of it and all your time and effort out of it, right? You want to make sure you get the full experience, and that's going to be very important in that sense. Some stuff you might find may have been around for some time, or if it's like older, it could be activated a little bit through time, but most of the time, I mean, where we are in Colorado, it really needed to be activating stuff. When I used to live in South Florida, I got away with it a couple times, but not recommended. Where's a knife? Did you see how the knife went? Oh, you got it over there? Very important process though to decarb. Definitely want to be doing that. This knife's so sharp, just cut right through the pit. That's crazy. Again. Kermit, shout out Kermit, yo, my homie Kermit. Happy 420, my friends. Nah, spark up this other one right here. It's a beautiful 420 where we are. I hope it is where you are too. making a guacamole real quick to go on our beautiful, beautiful nachos that we made. What's that? Mountain of nachos. The mountain of nachos. So we're just gonna scoop all these avocados out. It's probably more than we need, but we're gonna make extra today. We're gonna be hanging out. Smash these up in here real fast. Obviously, you could use a better tool if you got one. This will work though. We like a chunky avocado guacamole, right? Should we do the infused olive oil in here too? Oh Jesus! Let's do it for 420. Just a little bit. Put a little bit more of our infused oil just to show you guys that we can infuse it all day long, everywhere and everywhere. Let's go. So we got our infused olive oil here. What's up, Sly? Shout out Sly in the chat. Yo, check it out. So we're gonna add a little bit of our infused oil here. This stuff is super strong. We're not even gonna put this whole thing in there this time. Stop right there. Heard. This stuff is murder right here. It's got the skull and crossbones on that package right there. All right, so here we go. Beautiful. A little bit of lime in there. Oh, get that so Coco doesn't get it. The citrus and the lime will make it so the guacamole won't start browning on you that quickly too. So this way it'll keep its green color. Always good to add the lime. All right, and then we want some cilantro in ours today. So we're gonna do a little bit of cilantro. Just a little bit. All right, happy 420, guys. Keep it green with the guac. Follow me on Twitch, by the way, if you want to. If you like what you see, it's twitchtv.com/Chef Roilty. Same way you see it at the bottom of the screen there. There's our infused guacamole. We got infused guacamole. We got infused cheese sauce, right? We poured the infused cheese sauce 3 different times on our nachos today. Let me give you this. Yeah, salt and pepper. Let me give you this this thing. Oh, sorry. There we go. All right, yeah, some salt and pepper for sure. Definitely salt and pepper. Those the nachos. I don't know if you're just showing up, but those nachos are. We need help. We need help. Anybody watching this, yo, come get it off our doorstep. If you know where it's at, you know, if you're a friend of a friend. This is a lot of nacho. You can't make a small nacho on 420 though, right? You just can't make a small nacho on 420. Like 420 is the day that you get out the biggest Tupperware you can find, fill it with cereal, you know what I'm saying? Two gallons of milk. Right? Yeah, I think so. Let's go. Guacamole dance. Safe driving from Portland, 420, driving on 420, my man.
Good.
What time is it?
It is 60 minutes till.
Oh my God. The cheese, yo, the volcano cheese, yo, shout out with the cool pizza things or Doritos. I love that. Yo, these are looking fire in here behind me though, all right? I heard you. Yo, shout out to Ghost with the follow. Oh yeah. Happy 420, everybody. 15 minutes and it's 420 for everybody living in Central Time. You know the saying, it's 5 o'clock somewhere? Well, today it's 4:20 somewhere. Everywhere. But somewhere at each time, you know what I mean?
No, just in general.
It's just in general though, okay, of course, I know what you mean.
No better song than Grizz.
Shout out Grizz. So, if you are making these at home right now, you know, now's a good time. Light one up, clean up your kitchen a tiny bit. Grassroots, thanks for having us on here. We're having a great time, by the way. We're about to pull these nachos out of the oven. Can't wait to taste them and see what they look like. I already took a sneak peek. We're in a good place right now. Check it out, 4 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, 6 o'clock Eastern Time. Aaron Brooks, live sesh right here on this channel. 6 o'clock, Matt Robertson, Blowing Glass. It's gonna be sick. I can't wait to see that go down. Make sure you check it out. It's gonna be all day, 420, having a good time right here at Grassroots Twitch. Any questions or anything, shout them out in the chat. We're following the chat, by the way. Quick and easy. Let's get the sour cream out too. Let's get the sour cream out. Nachos is a great 420 snack. I was excited about this for a few days right now. I've been talking about I want nachos. Speak up. It's not gonna hear you. Thank you. Shout out to the playlist. This is actually Floozy's Radio on Spotify. All right, we're looking good right now. We're gonna pull the nachos out in exactly 7 minutes from now. Should we get the camera in there real quick and get a shot of it? We got this device here. Look at this thing.
You're gonna do it?
This is the spoon can set up right now. It's kind of morphed into this thing right now. Yeah, here, come here. You hold it.
No,
Fine.
I don't want to be
Oh man, can you see it in there?
close it up.
The light's too much.
Yeah. It's the oven light. The oven light.
No?
Just can't see it.
Can't see it right now. But it's looking good.
You can hear yourself either.
It's looking good in there right now, guys.
12 minutes to Chicago, Midwest Central Time, right?
Yes. Eli and them, right? Yo, my boy Sly, having 420 soon? Is he here still? It's about to go down. Hope you got something going down. I'm taking a dab. Here, hit this, babe. Yeah, but now the spoon cam can't be moved around as much. That's the only thing, right? More stable, though. I like it. It's a beautiful 420 outside, everybody. Shout out Sly. Yo, it's almost 420 where you're at, right? It's about to be 420 for somebody right in this room. I know somebody's about to get their 420 right now. Moik's here. Shout out the fam. We're live 420 today, cooking with Grassroots. We're making 420 nachos. We got them pretty much at a complete state right here. Just melting the cheese in the oven, waiting for them to be nice and delicious so they can come out and we can go to town on them, making sure we're super high so we can try to finish them. Follow me on Instagram. I'll post a picture of what's left of them. Maybe, who knows, if I can dent them. Okay, we're gonna burn through some of them. It's almost game time, guys. Shout out Empty One Glass with the heady jar. Shout out Pubs Glass. By the way, Pubs Glass in Maine, dope shit. Follow him. It's almost Nacho 30. Oh, that's another good one, right? Nacho Libre. That's a fun one. Yeah. I fuck with Nacho Libre. I mean, those nachos look done. I think we can pull them. What did I say? I said 3 more minutes. I'm damn close. Let them ride the 3 minutes? We gotta vote to let them ride over here. Make sure they're extra. We gotta make sure they're camera ready. Cheesy and bubbly. Should we put them on broil for a hot second? Nah, we don't want to go that crazy. There's options. What I'm saying is there's options here. If you like what you see, guys, make sure you follow us on Twitch. Chef Roilty at the end of the Twitch TV. We're making nachos right now. We use this infused butter. We use this infused oil. And now we're in trouble. We got nachos to feed an army, and there's only 2 people to eat it right now. It's almost 4:20 in Central Time. I'm excited. You could tell. You could hear it in my voice. These nachos are just creeping at me right now. They look so delicious. We're about to pull them out. Let me make a space for them. It's about that time. All right, so I put them on broil for the last 2 seconds. Here it comes. We're gonna turn the heat up for 1 second here. Just make sure everything's super beautiful on the top here. We're coming over to pick up some nachos. Please do. I swear, we have too many nachos right now. And they will get you high too, right? So it's worth the drive almost. Anybody near Brighton, Colorado, I'll meet you at the store down the street somewhere. I don't give a damn. Yo, oh my God. Oh my God, Veronica says. Did somebody say nachos? Let's get can you get the light up here real quick? I'm gonna go ahead and get we're gonna get a good shot of these. Yeah, move this one down a little bit. And then, hold on, not too much though, but let me see. Let me just go ahead and. Infused 420 nachos, guys. Let's go ahead and get some of this out. We're gonna get the cheese pull. Here. There, you can see it there. They look delicious. Try one. Can you guys see him good? What? So these are our infused nachos today, guys. We got a stack of them. So what we did is we infused the cheese sauce that's inside of there, and then also we infused the guacamole. So we're gonna put some guacamole on top here. Huge nachos. Some sour cream too. I need one more spoon. We're gonna go ahead and use this one. So a little bit of sour cream on there too. Just like that. My wife doesn't like sour cream too much. I always put it on the side, so I'm just gonna put a couple dollops on it. All right, so let's get one last look at her before she gets demolished. These are the infused nachos, boys and girls. Infused guacamole, infused cheese sauce, melted cheese, tomatoes, onions, steak, jalapeno peppers, all that good stuff, all inside here. Super delicious. 2 different infusions in there. We did 3 different infusions actually, if you count it. We infused the sauce with both butter and olive oil, and then we infused the guacamole with the olive oil. So we did 3 different infusions that I showed you guys today. Hopefully you learned something from it. You can like open up some windows. You'd be like, oh, maybe I can use this in something I'm doing at home. So easy to infuse things at home, guys. I like to infuse a whole bottle of olive oil and just store it in my cabinet and keep it for whenever I want to use it, which is all the time, right? And that's up to you and how often you want to use it for you and your crew. But today we got these bomb-ass nachos here. Let me see how hot this plate is. Can you do me a favor? Yes. Can you just grab this out of there? Sure. Who's asking me? They're asking how I'm gonna eat it? I told you I don't know how I'm gonna eat this. This is for 420. You're supposed to have a ridiculous amount of food on 420. That's what we decided.
Summer food, right?
I'll probably eat it in a couple of different sittings. Got me and my wife here. I got a couple friends that might come and grab a plate, you know what I mean? Who knows? Definitely not gonna be able to finish this by myself. But where's the camera? Can you take a couple pictures of her before she gets eaten up? 420 almost yet?
Yeah, 2 minutes.
2 minutes, still 420. 418. Shout out Moik. Get a couple shots of her before she gets demolished real quick, guys. Hold on one second. Oh, get sexy for me. Get sexy for me, nachos. Get sexy for me. Shout out happy 420, everybody. $4.20 nachos. They're so bomb. Make these at home. I'm gonna take one last dab with you guys. Hang out till 4:20, and then we're gonna be out of here. Remember, stay tuned. Aaron Brooks is next, and Matt Robertson shortly after that. Aaron Brooks at 4 o'clock Mountain Standard. Matt Robertson, 6 o'clock Mountain Standard. Where's the torch? There it is, right in front of me, of course.
420.
Take one of these nachos. Get one of those nachos, girl.
Go take them downstairs. It's 420.
It's 4:20? Let's go. Shout out everybody on the feed right now. We love you. Follow us if you like this kind of stuff also. Obviously follow Grassroots. Follow Chef Roilty too if you like this kind of stuff. We're going to be doing this quite often on our channel. Last night we made chicken piccata. It was bomb. Oh man, look at that one. That's a monster nacho. Show it to them. Get it close in there. Get it super close. Does it look good? Hell yeah. It's 420 on 420 on 420. We got a few more 420s to go, guys. It's not over yet. 420's coming to you soon. Here we go. Perfect. Let's go. Let's get some of this. Happy 420, fam. Everybody in the family. Sneaky side dabber. You're gonna take them downstairs? So do it real quick.
Is it hot?
No, it's not that hot. A little bit. Nacho's gonna go on a little camera shoot real quick and then we're gonna fuck him back up. What time is it now? It's past 420? Alright guys. Well, happy 420. Thank you Grassroots for having us. I'm Chef Roilty. I had an awesome time with you guys. Super stoked to be a part of this and be on here today with you guys and cooking these bomb ass nachos, which please help. And everybody have a great day today. Like I said, stay tuned on this channel. There's gonna be a bunch more fun stuff going on. And have an awesome day. 420s all day long.